So this has always been one of the hardest parts of making games for me. And it's not actually making the game itself. It's literally this. Making devlogs is hard. While I usually have a lot of fun working on the game itself and, that aspect of everything, when it comes to putting together like a script and a video, that can be pretty exhausting. And then when it comes to more candid devlogs, I usually do like 26 takes because I find something I don't like about a certain take that I thought was great in the moment, or I'll be in the middle of a take that I think is pretty good, and my mind just goes blank, and I don't know what to talk about. And then I sort of freak out and just end the recording instead of editing it. I don't know why I do that. But anyway, guys, here's a Lost Resolve devlog, just with some pretty minimal updates, but hopefully it'll still be fairly interesting. So, as some of you know, I recently redid the appearance of Somber Sepulchre. Here's the old blocky looking, not so great appearance. And then here is the level after the changes. We've added props, foliage, a background layer, and it's looking really nice. So naturally, the thing to do is to update the appearance of the remaining levels. So let me show the old relegated ruins here. In just a moment. This is what it used to look like. I was not ultimately a fan of this tile set. It looks kind of artificial and doesn't really say ruins. It's like more of a library or something. And I didn't feel like re-theming the entire stage to something completely different. So that's what it used to look like. Then let's go ahead and boot this up and take a look at the new version. Does take a moment to load here. All right, so here's the new version. Palette is looking a lot nicer. You'll see we have more of a natural looking tile set with some foliage, and eventually we'll have decorations as well. The other thing you might notice that's been improved is the after image effect, which recently was black because I could not for the life of me figure out how to get it working with a palette shifter shader. That's been resolved. So now we have this nice, accurate color after image that I think makes everything look, a whole lot nicer. So yeah, some great visual improvements happening. And I did go through and basically redo the tiles or fix the tiles, because when you update the texture of a tile map, a lot of times you'll have to go through and fix the parts that don't work with the new texture. So I did that for all 3 relegated ruins stages. They're all looking better. But I'm also still planning to add more props to fix the design of these stages, extend them a little bit, and of course, add a boss fight. So there's a lot to do, a lot coming up on the horizon, a lot to look forward to, honestly. But yeah, the past couple weeks have been pretty crazy. I ended up leaving an office job that I had been at for over 4 years in favor of door dashing. And I know that sounds crazy, but believe me when I say I can make it work. And just the ability to do something on my own schedule and still have time and energy left for something creative is just infinitely better for me. It's probably going to be less money. Yes, that's for sure. But at the same time, just having time to myself to enjoy things to create is of infinitely more value for me. So I'm really happy about the change. So yeah, we've got a lot in store for Lost Resolve. We've got Next Fest coming up, so I'm going to be polishing up. Basically, it's going to be all 3 Somber Sepulchre stages, and the boss fight is going to be what's contained in the Next Fest demo, and just going to work on making that as clean as it can be, bug fixing, and what have you. And I need to make a trailer somehow. I'm not very good at that, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, forgot if I mentioned this already in the video. I do have a project coming up, kind of a bigger video where I go through 3 of my favorite platformers of all time and talk about what makes them so special to me. And the only thing with that is I have to do another playthrough of 2 of them still, because I did a whole second playthrough of Celeste, which, spoiler alert, is one of the games, of course. And that made me realize, I can't just go and get random footage. I have to re-experience these games maybe rewrite the script, and then once we do that, then and only then can we make the video that I want to make. So again, that's something also to look forward to, but it's still kind of cooking. You got to give me some time here, guys. Even though I know I'm the one who sets these arbitrary deadlines for myself, sometimes I get stressed about it. So anyway, there's that. Then I guess the last thing is I did recently set up a Patreon. If you're inclined to just see bits and pieces of extras that you might not see, feel free to check this page out, as well as any tier is going to get a shout out at the end of my YouTube videos. So as promised, Orangyy, thank you so much for being my first ever patron on Patreon. Really appreciate the support. And what can I say? It was unexpected and awesome feeling, like just a few days after launching it, to already have someone, start a membership. So that's super cool. But anyway, guys, there's a lot on the horizon, as I've said like 5 times in this video. But now having, kind of transitioned to this new phase of life and starting to settle into my new schedule and everything, I think progress on the game will accelerate. It hasn't yet because I'm still getting used to everything. But I am feeling a lot better physically, mentally with the change up in my job. So it's good. I'm feeling largely positive about things overall. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Sorry that this is an unstructured and, dare I say, chaotic devlog. I've tried so many things today. Just recorded a bunch of stuff and then decided that it wouldn't work. But this is what I'm going with. Here's the update. More stuff coming soon, and I apologize that it hasn't been out sooner. But yeah, what can I say? Thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate all the comments, feedback, and support on the videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.